I'm going to do a few sample letters, and I usually start with my upright, so I'm going to carve this letter I here. One of the problems we've got is that the grain on this piece of wood is going like this diagonally, so that's a little bit different, heading up and down, but also this surface is curved this way, so that'll affect what happens when we put the chisel in. So the trick is to sneak up a little bit on it, and what's really important is this line, this pencil line, at the end of the day is a pencil line, and we have to create a chisel line, a gouge cut line, and that's what really matters. So we pay attention to the light and shadow as we go in. Now I haven't drawn a center line here, I didn't think I needed one, but I'll usually start by putting my chisel down the middle and making a stab cut. Then I'm going to come from one side, down the middle, like this, and then the other like so. Now what's not going to happen is this wood's not going to pop out as it normally does because the grain's going like this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put in end stop cuts like this, which go into the serifs, and in this case I don't have a strong serif. You see that I just made that pop off. What I have is more of a wasted letter. In other words, the letter comes like this. So I'm now going to take a narrower a narrower chisel, and I don't know if you can see this, but I can see the surface here is quite torn. So what I need to do is make a slicing cut like so, like that. So I'm going to slice this up to my line with the grain like this. So I've come into the serif with the corner of the chisel, like that. And you can do it this way or the other way, left or right. With a slice cut, you can normally go against the grain quite readily, but I could slice this way. See with my finger, you can see that my finger pulling like this. So between them, what I've done is I've cleaned up this surface, and I've made the whole thing slightly, in this case, this letter style, slightly wider. Then I'm left with my serif at each end, and that's what I normally use my fishtail chisel, across here to the top of the letter, and here. Everything at an angle, remember. And then I'm going to make sure that runs into there, and into there, like that. And then make sure that's... And if the bottom of that serif is proving a bit tricky, I can swap to my skew chisel, get right in there and just nick that out. So what I'm really interested in is this line here that I've now carved. When that paper comes off, we'll be able to see that line much more clearly. Let me just finish this bottom serif. So my style has, in this case, has a very gentle sort of serif. If you had more of a serif, you know, bigger, more emphatic serif, then of course you could use your fishtail gouge in the normal way you come along like this, which I've shown you in other videos. So that is essentially an upright with the two serifs, and that would be the same like for this T, for example, here, or the F. So that's that one. Let me turn now and do, say, a letter E. I've got to say I'm quite pleased with how this glue stick is working. That's really worked very well. So that's the trick will be, of course, is to see how it comes off, and I think it'll come off with the maths. So here I am. I've done my uprights, done my slicing cuts, like so. So I've now got a clean upright. I'm not worried about these bits here because they're attached at the ends, and I think when we do these bits they'll come off. So I now take my narrow chisel. Yeah, this is what I have. So when you don't have the full length chisel, you just shunt it forward like so. And because this is a curved surface, if you just push in like so, this edge is actually curved along the surface of the cylinder. So I have to be careful not to go too much to the edge, because I need to come out a little bit to meet my serif just here. So can you see how that creates a curve like that? So we have to be careful about that. So putting my serif here and my serif there, and then I'm going to carefully work along the line like that. Clean that one up there, and then I'll be pushing. And because it's a small serif, a very short serif, I'm going to use my fishtail chisel here. Just push that round like that, keeping it at an angle, coming in for the end, and so on. So, as I said before, I'm trying to keep an eye on this edge as I cut it, and give myself a little bit of room to work. So I want this line down the bottom nice and clean. I want this junction nice and clean. And that. And if it isn't, then I need to come in here. Just clean that up. Now normally in lettering you can do all the E's or all the uprights or whatever along in the same time, because they're all in a row, but it's very difficult to do more than one letter at a time. So you might do letters above and below, but generally speaking, in this case I'm doing one letter at a time. So here we go. Let's stab it here. Come inside the line. Yep. Pull that back there. There's my end serif. Stop cut. Slide that round, following that round. So this corner is sitting in the root of the letter. It comes round like that. Then this end cut is sloping out again. So this will come across here. And this last one here. Two stop cuts. Little tight one here. A longer serif there. Corner like that. So I'll change the lighting now, because we have the sort of filming lights on, so I can see that more clearly, especially the surface. So I'll check over each letter. Also, I'll check over each letter before I actually take the paper off, and I'll check it over again afterwards. So that's a letter E. Let's turn to something like that has a junction, like a letter M, for example. I think you can see that when I put my chisel on this curved surface, from corner to corner, there's quite an arc on the surface of the wood. So what I've got to be careful of is when I put my stab cut in like so, this cut here is within the lines, and you can see, I think, this really nice curve like that that's going on. So let's just see this is really taking out waste wood at the moment. I'll put one down here. It's less of a curve here in the wood to the lettering. So let me just take, and I'll put a stop cut in here. stop cut in there. Take a little bit of wood. So these initial cuts are within that line. That's important. And they're also short of all the junctions. So all I'm doing really here is taking away waste wood. So now I'm going to swap to a narrow chisel. I'll put in my stop cut that I usually do for a junction. And you can see me carving junctions in other videos. Again, I'll make a note below. So I will carve this bit here, say. Now this here, in my lettering, I've got a little bit of a curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very flat gouge and scoot it along. So what I'm really interested in is, again, this edge. So I'm marrying the cuts. So I've got a little bit of curve in that, a diagonal there, and I might get in the way of the camera a little bit here, but so I'm just sneaking up on that junction there. Needs a bit of tidying up, so one down here. There's the junction. So the problem here is really that the curve of the wood, we've got to sort of allow for it. And one thing you can do, which is a little tricky, but you can do what's called chasing. In other words, you can, if you've got a curve in a way that's too subtle, you can actually push along, instead of coming down here as I normally do, you can try and chase it. And this is a sort of stone carving technique where you actually come along here and really tune this edge like this. It's a little tricky because in a way you can't use the tools as I normally do. When I'm normally carving letters, the tool itself makes the shape. I actually work with the tool very much to get that shape. When you're chasing, it's all sort of hand guided without the tool really doing very much. So what I've got here, this comes up to an ordinary serif, so I'm going to make a serif at the top there in this style. So pushing that through there like that, pushing that across here, lining this one up at an angle. So you make this one first, and then you lead this one into it. And there you've got this sort of half serif coming off. I'll put this actual text and the way I've drawn it, I'll put it in the download. So if you want to actually copy this, you're very welcome to do that. So again, edges, root, junction as clean as possible. Okay, so I'll just finish off that junction in the same way as this side and work all the uprights, and then I'm off to start some curves.